Before we start modeling anything in this training course, there's maybe a couple of things we might want to have a look at just to make the environment slightly more enjoyable, easier to get around with. Under the Extras menu, you will find a user interface option. And then there's a couple of things I would recommend to switch on, switch off. So I'm using an old zoom. Perhaps you don't want to use that. You will just use the scroll mouse button to zoom in if this option is off. Color gradient, I'll leave it off for now. Dialog boxes, which you must know that each and every dialog box that will pop up and every window that will pop up, their position will be saved. So each time you come back with the software, no matter if you shut it down or not, every box will come back as it was the last time you use it. Makes the layout of the screen a lot easier to deal with. If you find the icons on top of the screen and over here, if you find them a bit small, you can increase their size here by changing this value. Mine is set to 20. I find it fine enough, but if you want, you can just increase this and the icons will be bigger. Same thing for the icons in the pull down menus. So all these icons, like for example over here, you can increase their size, although I would not increase it too much because it also of course has an effect on the size of the total menu on your screen. If you decide to change anything in there, feel free to try that out. You would just have to OK and save, but you will have to restart the software to see the effect of it. Another thing, definitely I would say highlight the elements as soon as you pick them. Highlight also when you hover over them. And we have this Smart Select. This Smart Select is a little wheel whereby we can get the contextual wheel anyway to get access to some functions more easily. There I would say use it to drag to right, so we will hold the right mouse button and drag the mouse button pressed slightly. I would say the accuracy or the sensitivity, put it at 9 pixels. We'll make it context related, and okay, we'll save this. So that Smart Select, what is that? If I press the right mouse button, I drag the mouse slightly, we will have this contextual wheel. Right now it is orange because I'm in an empty window, in an empty view, and it proposes options that are related to views, like for example, moving, copying, editing views, refreshing, representation settings, and so on. Creating components, creating new views, deleting elements, 2D components, and searching functionalities. As soon as we create a couple of members or we create a component and we hover, well, we drag the right mouse button pressed over that element, we'll get a blue wheel with slightly different options. We'll get there in this video or one of the coming videos. And the last thing I might recommend, you might end up with a couple of windows, and it could always be useful to have in the Windows menu a tab for a window. So you will have a tab for each and every window that will be available, a bit like Internet Explorer or Chrome or something like that.